My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50. Next up, at UFC 277, we have Yeon Kim taking on Joselyne Edwards. Joselyne Edwards stepping up on short notice here. Yeon Kim is 9-5 overall. 1-4 in her last 5, but should be 2-3 after her last fight. She kind of got robbed there. Joselyne Edwards, 11-4 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, coming off a decision win just last month. Yeon Kim is a striker who likes to fight at range and pick people apart. She's coming off one of the worst decisions we've seen this year. She landed 70 more strikes than Priscilla Cachero and controlled the cage, but the judges just did not see it that way. If the judges don't gift it to you, the way that you beat Kim is to take a shot or two to get inside that range and then grapple with her. She was taken down in 4 of her 5 UFC losses, and while she has solid submission defense, she doesn't really scramble well enough to work back to her feet and get her hands going. Joselyne Edwards is stepping up on short notice, and she is coming off that nice win over Ramona Pascal just 1 month ago. She's a good kickboxer who uses range well. She has a variety of strikes, but she does prefer to kick. In fact, in that fight with Pascal, and I don't have any official stats to back this up, I would say well more than half of the total strikes that she threw were just straight up kicks. And if you can get inside and make it a dirty fight, you can break Edwards, but getting inside that range is not an easy thing to do, especially with those kicks out there. It's a tricky fight to pick because we have 2 rangy strikers that are going to be looking to stay on the outside and just pick each other apart. Neither woman is particularly dangerous, but both are very busy and technically sound. I think Kim's volume is going to be a problem for Joselyne, and Joselyne's kicks will be a problem for Kim. I think Joselyne gets it done, though. Her UFC losses were very grappling heavy, right? She gave up 5 takedowns to Jessica Rose Clark, 4 to Carol Rosa, but she still put up solid striking numbers in those fights. Without the threat of a takedown from Kim, I think Joselyne settles in and she's able to outpoint her way to a decision. But I fully recognize that Kim is better than her recent record. What do you think, Jicky boy?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Kim, actually. She's one of those fighters that really kind of gets better as the fight goes on. And if you are not a fan of women's MMA and women's fighters, this is one of those fighters that you can be a fan of because she is not the fastest, right? She's not the most powerful, doesn't have the quickest footwork, not the quickest punches, but she gets hit and doesn't give a fuck. She will just keep throwing, and she is one of the toughest girls in the UFC, in my mind, honestly. I love the way that she fights. She just will take punches and just keep throwing and just keep throwing. She's never flustered. She never seems like she's out of the fight. You mentioned that last fight versus Priscilla. I mean, she just kept throwing punches non-stop. And Joselyne, is one of those girls. I think this is absolutely a kickboxing match, right? This is going to be a kickboxing match, 100%. And I'm going to go with the tougher fighter here because you saw Joselyne. I'm not saying she's not tough, right? Because she doesn't get finished a lot. But against Pascal in that last fight, she got hurt in the end of that first round. And she kind of panicked, right? I mean, she was like diving for legs. And was able to survive that first round. But Kim is somebody that even when she's hurt, you can't really tell she's hurt because she just keeps on throwing, and she's long with her punches, and they're not the fastest things, and they're not the most powerful things you've ever seen, and she will get hit, but as you mentioned, the volume will be there, the toughness will be there, she will keep throwing and will end every exchange. Every exchange is going to end with a Kim strike, not a Joselyne strike, and I think that's the way that she gets the decision win. So I think that they are both pretty even in the striking. I don't disagree with their Joselyne pick. This is pretty much a coin toss, but I'm going to go with the tougher striker and the tougher fighter that I see in Kim. I love Kim as a fighter.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to argue with you there, right? I think this is a very close fight. Kim, like you said, has proven to be tough. She should have won her last fight. And Joselyne was rocked in that Ramona fight. But if anything, that just shows you that she can shake it off and keep going because then she won the next 2 rounds to take that fight. So I like Joselyne Edwards here. I think this should be a pick 'em. $8,300 in DraftKings. That's not a lot of money in DraftKings, but it just seems that makes her a good size favorite. This is short notice. I think this is at flyweight at 125 pounds. Joselyne Edwards is a 135 pounder. So that's a factor. Joselyne Edwards'
last fight was 145.
Yeah, but that was just for Ramona, I guess. She's not 6'8", she's 5'8". That was a typo that you people jumped on real quick.
But I am 6'8".
Yeah, you're
Tapology has this at 135.
Okay, yeah. So I made this graphic on Sunday, so that means they've updated it since then. So anyway, all right, fine. It's at 135. I like Edwards to win. I think she'll be the more powerful striker. I think she'll be the more technical striker. And like you said, Kim is tough. She will keep coming forward. So it'll be fun. It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Before we move on, keep talking, but I want to go back to something real quick. But go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say DraftKings. I don't know what to do here because I do think Joselyne wins, but it's probably a decision and it's probably kickboxing. Those don't score particularly well. 109 strikes to 92 strikes. In theory, that should hit. 2 high volume female strikers should go to the distance, should go over that line. But they are rangy strikers who use range. They may be trying to stay on the outside, both of them, and not really engage. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I was going to say that no matter who is on the plus 3.5 side, I think that was going to be a good bet. And obviously it's Kim, but it's minus 230. So they're onto it a little bit, but I still think that might be I don't know. I think it's a good play. I think Kim's going to win, so I think that's a good play. But I think that she wins outright, so you might as well just play the money line. I don't like the minus 230. Change my mind. I think Joselyne's going to win the first round, lose the next 2.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with this fight. It's an interesting one. Don't spend your money. We got plenty of other fights. We don't need to spend it on this one. But if you want some free money, go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit with any one of our 5 betting partners, and we will send you $50 as a thank you. That's wewantpicks.com/bets.